quick video today because I thought it was interesting. So you might have seen a couple commentary YouTubers do a video like this, or like this. So what happened? Well, the simple thing is TommyInnit got canceled by his stans. What a great community over there on MinecraftTwitter.com. Okay, but the reason he got canceled is very minuscule, and I wouldn't even call it a canceling, but you know, I might title the video like that so that way you click on it. Anyway, TommyInnit made a joke about being friends with JaySchlatt, basically, right? And this is gonna get into some Minecraft YouTuber lore that I had to do some like preliminary reading on, but basically TommyInnit was making a joke about how most of the Minecraft community finds JaySchlatt to be offensive or like some Voldemort-esque figure, even though, I mean, look at him. Dude, come on, who the hell's he gonna hurt? Anyway, TommyInnit basically got a world of hurt for this, for making this joke at the expense of not only the stans, but at the expense of JaySchlatt being his friend. Anyway, basically this all devolves into TommyInnit saying, oh, you know, I've basically been receiving therapy, you know, a lot of this is very stressful, yada yada. And his fans basically chastise him for not being politically active enough and for being friends with JaySchlatt when JaySchlatt is quote-unquote problematic. So, I might be speaking like Spanish here to some of y'all, so what did JaySchlatt do? Because none of the videos I watched on it said what JaySchlatt did. So, JaySchlatt did a video where he did Jackbox, they did like Drawful or whatever, and he titled a video like this, or this was the thumbnail, right? So, because of this thumbnail, a lot of people assumedly jumped out of their skins. And what this is, to clip in context, is actually Swagger Souls making a joke about blackface in the episode. It wasn't even JaySchlatt that did it, it was Swagger Souls. But JaySchlatt put it in his thumbnail and put it in the video, therefore he is responsible for that. Which is funny how Swagger just rolls off with that, but you know, his audience is much older than what JaySchlatt and TommyInnit's would be, so I'm not surprised that his audience gets what a joke is. Anyway, that's what I found out that JaySchlatt is a bad person for. If there's something else, I'd love to know, but generally people seem to point at that event as the event that changed how people view JaySchlatt. And this is weird because I have mutuals who know that guy, so I'm like, hey, that's weird. and you know, I like drawing parallels with all this stuff, and I don't know if you could tell, I don't have a script today, but I like drawing parallels with all this stuff. So, you know, I look back at what we just saw with Billie Eilish, and if you haven't watched that video, go watch it. And I like to look at this and go, what is happening here? And it's kind of the same. And I think it's very interesting that we see a lot of this parasocial relationship stuff happen, and generally a reoccurring theme is trying to pick what is and isn't okay in terms of like personal relationships, personal and professional relationships. Like I've said, people trying to determine what my relationships are to other people has been something that was a problem when I did a lot of the Reddit crew and Loudmouth stuff, because the audience was much younger. So, you know, you had people who were like trying to ship me and my guy friends together, people who didn't want me to be in my relationship with my girlfriend, and it's weird and it's creepy. But now I could say that while my channel's gotten much smaller as a result of not being in that group anymore, that the audience is much better and a lot more respectful. There's still outliers, you know, but it's been much better for the most part. And by the way, you know, trying to determine who should or shouldn't be in a relationship is crazy. So there's that. And then you look at that stuff with Billie Eilish and you're like, wow, those stans have like a one-way relationship. And we've seen that before. We've seen that with other stan stuff before. This is a reoccurring theme. And now we're seeing it with TommyInnit. And him not being allowed to be friends with JaySchlatt because JaySchlatt is considered a controversial, problematic figure. And I just think that's an interesting thing that we should at least acknowledge there's a reoccurring theme here with stans. Because I think we talk about how bad they are, but I think it's really important to determine what exactly is the things that are bad here, what are things that we can determine happen all the time, what is the occurrence of these things happening, You know, that's social science stuff that helps break it down and make it easier to understand for pretty much everybody. So let's break down a little bit of what happened to Tommy, by the way, because I find this a little funny, a little weird, and I'll circle back to JaySchlatt, but I got to go back to what he's being accused of. So Tommy is being accused of not being politically active enough because as you all know, in the year 2021, unless you are a radicalized individual on either the right or left, you are not allowed to speak in politics. Listen guys, I don't know about you, but I don't think I want another Minecraft YouTuber trying to explain to me foreign policy in the Israeli-Palestine conflict using concepts like griefing in Minecraft PvP. Because everyone knows that the Israeli-Palestine conflict is actually a chivalry game that turned into the longest round of CSGO ever. Either somebody's gonna find that funny or somebody's gonna find that offensive, but I don't care. But really, here's the question I think is very valid to ask. What does TommyInnit have to add to the political discussion? Why does he have to be a political activist? He plays Minecraft, guys, come on. Listen, I love free speech. I would get shot for free speech. I'm not joking, right? But if the last 4 years has taught me anything, it's that, you know, people can speak, but to be honest, most people are dumb. You know what's happening soon? The New York City mayoral election. If you don't know anything about them and you don't know about who's running, don't vote. That's right, I'm gonna tell you not to go vote because too many of these pansy YouTubers tell you to go vote. Don't go vote if you don't know anything. I don't want you determining society. Stop it. Don't. I don't want you a part of it. All this to say, not only is TommyInnit not required to be a political activist, but I mean, would it even be appropriate for him to be one? I mean, listen, even at 23, my opinions on politics change all the time, which seems to be a rarity among my generation, but mine do because, you know, I actually, like, engage with people on both sides of the aisle. But, like, TommyInnit's like, what, 17, 18? Kid doesn't know anything, man. I don't even know anything, but I'd like to think that my experience of being slightly older means that I know a little bit more, at the very least. So, I don't know, man. I don't think he needs to be. That's just my hot takes, okay? Oh, and as for the JaySchlatt thing, right, this is... You know, I find it so strange because YouTubers have these ridiculously high standards of moral ethics that they have to abide by, but like, I was watching Family Guy recently. Why the hell hasn't Seth MacFarlane been canceled if this is what JaySchlatt gets canceled for? You know, that's what I'm thinking about here. You know, I try to make more racy and like edgy jokes, not for the sake of being edgy, but because, you know, I either find something to be actually genuinely funny or I have feelings that I want to get out through comedy. But like, I can't do or say any of that. Like, I could go and do stand-up and I'd be allowed to say more than I am on YouTube. Not even because it's against the terms of service, but because people would be upset that I said it. Even if it was sarcastic or comedic or anything like that. I just find it very interesting that JaySchlatt has been vilified for honestly not that much, but there are people who've done much worse who've gotten a lot less flack for what they've done. So I think, like, there's no, like, objective scale of bad in this terms of, like, cancelable offenses, you know? They're very much their own thing. But, like, if I had to argue against an objective metric of cancellation, I'd say that JaySchlatt's is so low on the board that it shouldn't even register. But hey, that's just me. I feel like I should make like a list of like reading, you know, that like you guys can like buy on Amazon, where I get all my stan opinions and my big brain philosophical musings. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know if you're interested in seeing what I read. But if you're watching this and this just went up, I'm probably streaming on Twitch right now. We're gonna be looking at Connor Murphy's Instagram. We're gonna be looking at some Fitfluencer's Instagram, alright? So head over there right now, over on Twitch, pinned comment down below, and we can go hang out. I'm trying to raise money to get a used car because I don't live in a walkable area. Anyway, guys, take care and goodbye.